glad that you're here today. Hopefully the sound is going to be good on this video. My regular microphone is acting up since I moved. I don't know if I destroyed the cord or something like that, but I haven't been getting good sound from it. A lot of sound interference. So I'm just using the camera microphone. I'm going to try to talk loud and clear and make sure that you guys can hear me. I haven't had any of my personal clients like complain so thus far until I can fix my microphone situation. But we've got 4 groups today for the question, who's your next partner? So yeah, this was a requested video. Thank you for the requests, and anyone who wants to leave requests, feel free down in the comments. I read them and I'll try to get to them if I can. But yeah, we've got 4 groups today to choose from. We've got group number 1 with the amethyst bracelet, group number 2 with the tiger's eye bracelet, group number 3 with the indigo gabbro bracelet, and group number 4 with another tiger's eye bracelet. I will be listing these bracelets all in my Etsy store, so if you want to purchase any of them, they should be up there. And I have other bracelets up there still too. All bracelet proceeds are going to be going to my dog's surgery, so that could be helping me out for my dog's surgery. But I also have a GoFundMe up, and I started that recently just to try to gather up money for my dog's surgery. So essentially, we've had our dog Umka for 12 years now. He's 12 years old in 6 months. His birthday, he's a Virgo. But anyway, we got him at 6 months from a couple who couldn't take care of him. They couldn't potty train. They couldn't deal with it. So it was lucky because it was my best manifestation. I literally manifested him. I wanted a silky terrier just like I had when I was a kid, and there were no breeders in my state where I was living at the time, and it just so happened that I found that couple, and it was just like a total excellent manifestation that I made. And that was one of my favorite ones that I've done. And because I wrote down the list for what I wanted for that year at New Year's, and yeah, he came into my life not long after. And it felt like a total miracle at the time. And he has been a miracle. Man, that dog has really been everywhere with us. We've taken him to the Middle East. We've taken him to Europe. He's been everywhere. He's my little companion. And our kids love him. He's the only dog my son's ever known, And I know that eventually he'll get old, but the surgery is really something that's not, he doesn't have he has a fatal condition perhaps if we don't take care of it. But it's not something, he's not doomed to death. The surgery will help him and at least prolong, and give him those last, few years, depending. Because he's still under his lifespan, so it's not like trying to put a Band-Aid on a, inevitable situation. It's really a surgery that can help him. And it's starting to affect his bladder and stuff like that. So we'd like to get it done as soon as possible. I wasn't going to ask for help, honestly. I didn't want to. I had someone suggest it to me, and I was like, no, I'll come up with it on my own. But I am just tapped out right now because of all our moves. I don't even have a sofa right now, guys. We don't have, because we came to the US with nothing anyway. So we don't have a whole lot. And it's all these expenses, trying to get all the expenses we need to live. You know what I mean? I had a lot of great donations for one of you guys got me a rice cooker, and that was amazing. Eden's it all. And actually I used it to steam carrots. Ooh. But no, really, I moved to one place. It really didn't work for us. It's too small, I think, and luckily we didn't break our lease, but we had to put a lease on another place. So it's just all my money's gone out for leases and trying to get things for living, because when you move into a place with nothing, it's you need sponges, you need all these different little things. And yeah, like I said, I don't even have a sofa or a chair. I don't even have a computer desk right now, or book, because I just didn't have anything. This desk is what I have, and I use it for tarot and my computer right now. I kind of switch it off and on, but yeah, it's been an expensive, kind of months, and then this happened, and I'm like, really? Oh gosh, the timing, the timing. So if you guys want to donate, it would mean a lot to me. And like I said, all the bracelet proceeds are going to go there. Even readings right now, if you're purchasing astrology readings, which are on sale until the end of April, that's going to help, because at least I can put a percentage of that towards it. You know what I mean? A good percentage of it towards my dog's surgery. And I just appreciate it, guys. Okay. And yeah, and I'll try to do astrology sales every month. I hadn't in a while because I just got so backed up on them because I had so many to do, but I'm starting to get caught up. So I put them on sale again. Because I can actually, because I just get afraid sometimes if I put a sale, it might mean that they'll sell more. And it freaks me out because, you know, if I'm backed up and stuff like that, I don't want to be doing that. And I did fall really behind there for a while. I'm finally just getting caught up on my life because I've had a lot of things going on in the past few months, as many of you know. So if you've listened thus far, thank you. But yeah, I really wish you all the very, very best. Hopefully you find your answers in this reading, and just so many blessings to each and every one of you. And even positive thoughts. You can't donate, just send some positive thoughts and prayers. It's so appreciated and accepted warmly. Okay? So take care, guys, and let's get started on this reading. Hey guys, so if you've chosen group number 1 here with this amethyst bracelet, very beautiful. I like how the amethyst is all like very, like has variation. Like some of them are, it's really a beautiful bracelet. So if you want that, it's going to be up on my Etsy. But otherwise, this is your reading. Let's find out what kind of partner you will have next, okay? Your next romantic partner. So we've got, I'm going to take an astrology card, and we're going to see maybe qualities this person could have, or maybe it's associated with their sign. Let's find out. Spirit guides, guide me in this reading. Group number 1's future partner. I need this one right here. I know it. I know it. I can feel it. I need it. Okay, there we go. We have got Aries energy. Whoa! Okay, so Mars energy, Aries energy. So a person could have very strong Aries qualities, or even Aries placements. So Aries, of course, is the first sign of the zodiac, as many of you are probably aware of. It's very driven and usually quite excitable. There's a very childlike energy to Aries. Generally, they're maybe take a little bit longer to grow up. It depends on, you know, of course, other factors of the chart, but you have somebody who's like willing to fight for what they want, very passionate type of personality. Could be a bit loud sometimes. Even myself as an Aries, I can get a bit loud. We talk loud. So we have like perhaps, yeah, somebody who talks louder, someone who talks faster, somebody who has a zest for life though, a passion for life, and can sometimes have a bit of a temper. There's an excitability factor, you know, to this person. And you know, I wouldn't say I do have a temper sometimes, so I guess you could say. Although it depends on the aspects with Aries, really. Okay, we've got the Ace of Swords. So this is definitely showing me with Aries qualities that the person that you're going to be with next is a very truthful, honest, direct person. So this is a person who has no bullshit, no filters. They're going to say what they think. And I think I'd like to say usually Aries are pretty good cheerleaders. They're usually pretty good at encouraging other people. So I would want to say that I get that vibe here with Ace of Swords too. This person might have a lot of great insights. I also get kind of like a quick wit, a quick-witted type of personality. And they may have actually Aries Mercury is what I want to say for some of you. 3 of Cups, we have somebody very friendly and genuine, somebody who likes to have a good time, someone who likes to go out and probably has 1 or 2 good friends that they like to hang with in particular. But this shows a very friendly connection. I want to say that you and your next partner probably are going to strike up a conversation in a friendly manner. You might find that you have a mutual interest or something like that as well. But we have a very friendly person. Oh, King of Cups, beautiful. So we've got this sort of like very emotional and emotionally stable water energy, because the King of Cups is usually quite stable in his emotions. So we have somebody who's a very caring and nurturing person. Not to say, in Aries, you know, packed with Aries, we can have someone who's very passionate for the people that they love. Like they will fight. They will fight for the people that they love with this combination. Or, you know, like whoever's in their circle, they're going to really be the defender of them. So they're the type of person, I think, that would really stand up for the ones that they care about. If somebody says something to you that they don't like, they're going to stick up for you. But we have as well somebody who likes to give to other people, I think, you know, through any way that they can, really. We have, yeah, and probably a person who's quite intuitive as well. Oh, 9 of Pentacles is here. So the 9 of Pentacles as well shows that this person probably is very comfortable with themselves, self-secure. Okay, so somebody who's very self-secure, probably self-efficient as well, so like probably has a very good job, or you know, at least is comfortable with the amount of money that they make. Like, so I would say that this person isn't like broke or, you know, having a lot of difficulties. I would say that they're probably in their comfort zone financially, and in their comfort zone with who they are, essentially, because the Knight of Pentacles is really all about how one feels good with themselves. And yeah, it can show that sort of like financial success, like I said, as well, or comfort, at least, like, you know, feeling good about oneself. Abundant. Oh, we have the devil here. Okay, so what is that devil energy representing? Okay, we do have perhaps a little bit of an indulgent aspect to this person. I want to say that they may be kind of, I want to say that like sexually they might be quite charged with this combination, I'm thinking here, especially with like all the other energy that I'm seeing. They also might be a little bit of the indulgent kind of very how to say this, instant gratification. That's the word that's what I'm looking for. Instant gratification. This person might have a little bit of that. Okay, they might like that a little bit. You know, like kind of, and it doesn't have to be like a devious thing necessarily. It could be because I think that they probably have the means to support it, but sometimes it might be somebody who's like quick to buy something or quick to do something a little bit, or quick to jump into a relationship as well. Aries can be like that. They usually fall in love fast, you know, unless there are things that are really messing them up relationship wise, like a, you know, a Venus in detriment or some kind of, you know, negative malefic aspecting it. But you know, there's that, you know, they want what they want. It could be sometimes that this person confuses love and lust. Okay, I won't lie. Or this also, I'm getting the fact that this person probably also is the type that's like, I love that song. Like every song's their favorite, everything's their favorite, they're passionate. That's what I'm feeling, you know what I mean? Like those people are like, that's my favorite song. No, that's my favorite song. And you're like, I thought that was your favorite song. No, this one's also my favorite. That's the vibe I'm getting, okay. And so they might be kind of like lust for life kind of vibes. I want to say with the surrounding cards, I don't necessarily feel like the devil's too difficult. I think this person probably has average issues. I wouldn't say that they're toxic or anything like that, because I know the devil can be kind of seen as a negative card. I feel like more so the person's a little bit reactive is what I want to say. So your next partner is probably going to be a little reactive. Like I said, maybe a little bit more impulsive. And like I said, maybe also a bit into instant gratification. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to know about group number one's next partner? To be fair, okay, that's a good card. And imaginative, yeah, with the Page of Wands and kind of all the other energy. This person's a manifestor, I think, naturally. The one thing about Aries can be a really good manifestor because Aries are one of the more innocent signs, right? Because it's like the kind of innocent naivety, like sort of. I'm not saying that Aries are naive, okay? Please don't get me wrong with Aries energy. I'm an Aries, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus, okay? So I'm not talking crap on Aries at all. And Aries are varied. It's not just like a black and white thing that you read in books. There's a lot of things that make a person's chart, so keep that in mind. But I want to say that the person, they fight for fairness. So to be fair, I would want to say that this person tries to act with wisdom and, you know, remain balanced in all situations. But with Imagine, I do feel like that this person's probably a pretty good manifester, though. Like they're able to kind of bring their dreams into reality or bring their imaginations to life. They're not completely unrealistic, too. And I think that's why this is coming through, to kind of make sure that you guys don't believe that this person's like a fully like irresponsible person, because I mentioned that stuff. And I know sometimes certain mindsets can really delve to the negative and pick that negative up and like make the worst of it. So if you have like an anxiety prone mind, I think this is more for that reassurance that this person's still a fair person, like they're still balanced, they're not out of control or anything like that. Again, I really do pick up on this vibe of them being a very imaginative person, a person who is good at manifesting what they want as well and bringing it to fruition. So it's like if this person has a goal, they'll get it done. They see it, they want it, they do it. That's what I get with this energy. Okay. And quick-witted, I am getting. Like, very quick-witted person. Okay, we've got vitality with the fig. Taurus energy. Interesting, because Aries, Taurus, so that's common that people will have if they have an Aries placement. It's common, especially if it's like an inner planet, that they could have a Taurus placement. Even myself, like I have a Taurus Mars as an example, and it's very common, like for people like that to have, like Celine Dion will have an Aries placement, but also Taurus placement. It's because certain planets can't be far away from another anyway, and so you'll find that Aries tend to have Pisces placements or Taurus placements because it's nearby depending on when they were born. And yeah, so we have that Taurus thing. So I am getting that probably for a lot of you, this person does have some kind of strong Aries placement and probably also Taurus placement. But anyway, vitality. It says figs will show that you can and should look at what you have and what is going on with new eyes. Every single day gives us a chance of a fresh beginning, but you will need to jump up and work for it. New life experiences are on offer, and clarity will shine upon opportunities as well. Someone may be about to bring trouble to your sphere, so make sure to protect yourself. Well, I don't feel like this person is going to bring trouble to your sphere. I think this is more showing that vitality for life, that lust for life, that optimism for a fresh beginning. I want to say that this person is actually quite optimistic without being irresponsible. Do you know what I mean? It's not like a false optimism that's going to lead them to, problems. I think this person's really just got this sort of vitality for life. And let's see here. I want to ask a little bit about how the majority of you, of course this is a general reading, so we want to be careful, how you might meet this person, how they might come into your life. Maybe is this far away? What do we need to know about the circumstances around meeting? Let me see. So what are the circumstances around group number 1 meeting this person for the majority? Like, let's try to see how this might happen. Neptune. Okay, interesting. So Neptune, if you use modern rulerships, that's associated with Pisces. So of course Pisces seasons could be like somehow involved. Neptune, what does it rule? Well, it rules, this could be a connection in which you meet online, because sometimes Neptune connections can be kind of like not face-to-face initially. So there could be that. There could be a joint interest in spirituality, art, entertainment, some sort of fantasy as well. Maybe it's like an escapism, like if you play video games, you meet someone through a video game. Because there can be an escapism to Neptune. So that, you know what I mean? So whatever maybe you do to escape, for some of you there could be alcohol involved as well. Let's see. Tell me the circumstances around meeting this person. Neptune can feel very spiritual as well, so it could be that, one second. I see this 4 of Cups in Neptune, so Neptune can represent like fog and not seeing something. There's a good chance that when you meet this person initially, you won't see them as a person. Like, it's not love at first sight, or it's not like an attraction at first sight necessarily. I think for some of you, there's a good portion of you where you might meet this person and you wouldn't see them as somebody. Like, exactly. Like, it wouldn't be where you're like, oh my God. So in fact, that may mean that you meet this person in a way that isn't traditional. Like, it's not through a dating scenario. Like, you know, you go on Tinder or whatever sites you're using these days and meet someone. It might mean that you'll meet them out, you know, in a circumstance that you didn't expect. The Neptune always brings like kind of like an unexpected sort of vibe. You know, like they say that having like Neptune in the 7th, as an example, natally, or even if you have like a Pisces descendant, one often has a really, because it rules fog, and so one often has a hard time imagining who they'll marry, like, or they can't see it. It's kind of like when I was a kid, like for instance, I have an Aquarius descendant, I'm a Leo rising, and I knew who I was marrying. I knew which nationality, I was sure of it, and I was right, and I did get that. I always had sort of like a knowing knowledge. It was Saturn ruled, very stable. I knew it. I knew it from deep inside of me. But like with Neptune on the 7th, well, there can be dreams associated with the partner, but usually Neptune can show that fog, like we don't see it. And so yeah, the people who are, you know, Pisces descendant are going to be more prone to maybe having a harder time picturing that. In particular, and same with Neptune there as well. So we've got the Page of Pentacles, that Six of Swords, and the Four of Cups. Again, this person could be at a distance. There could be a trip involved here with the Six of Swords as well. It's almost like you might almost pass this person up initially. Page of Pentacles can show a more practical invitation as well. I want to say that the circumstances, and like I said, I don't want to go into too many nitty-gritty details because this is a general reading and I don't want to lead people astray, or it's going to be a little bit more accurate if we kind of keep it general, for because everyone's going to meet someone differently. But I want to say that the circumstances are not like traditional in terms of like you're going on, you get asked on a date or something like that right away, and you meet them in that circumstance. This is like some other kind of circumstance. Like it has to be that you meet this person through work or through some situation, maybe at the library or like, you know, at the store or something like that. It's where you don't expect it. Okay, that's what I'm getting. And maybe you wouldn't even recognize them as somebody, you know, right away. Like maybe it's like you never dated anyone from a gym and you meet someone at the gym and you just strike up a conversation about weightlifting or whatever, and then you are suddenly going to date later on. It develops into something. So it's like that kind of deal. Hopefully you got my vibe that I'm talking about. But this seems like a really nice person. I would say they're quite adventurous, quite interesting. I would say, like I said, I don't think that you'll see this one coming exactly, or the circumstances around your meeting aren't really expected in some way. So that's what I'm really picking up strongly. But I wish the very, very best for you guys. If you want to donate to my doggy GoFundMe, that's down in the comments below. And as well, like I said, all astrology readings are going to be off, and there's a discount going on until the end of April. That may or may not, you know, depending on when you watch this video, it is timeless. So, you know, you can always check my Etsy later on, and there could be a sale because I try to run them frequently. But tarot readings are there and stuff like that. You know, whatever you want is on my Etsy. So take care, guys, and I will see you all in the next reading. Have a blessed, beautiful day or night wherever you are. Okay, so your next romantic partner, group number 2 here. You've chosen this tiger's eye bracelet. Let's see. Let's find out some qualities of the person that you're going to be with next, your next romantic partner. So group number 2, who is your next romantic partner? Oh, we've got the 10 of coins. Let's see, next romantic partner. The Page of Wands. The Magician. Okay, so we've got these 3 cards here. I'm going to take one astrology card. We're going to see what sign or planet comes up that could maybe describe this person. Maybe it'll be associated with like a prominent placement in their chart. Oh, we've got one. Cancer. Oh, we've got beautiful Cancer. Okay, so we've got maybe a person who's ruled by the moon or has strong Cancer placements. Of course, Cancer is associated with the moon, right? Because the moon is the ruler of Cancer. So we have perhaps somebody who is very family-oriented, kind of a homebody at times, very focused on the family. That's interesting because of the 10 of coins here. So this is probably somebody, like I said, who's very family-oriented. This may also be a person who wants to have a very traditional family. For some of you, this might be good news because this might be the person who's really looking to settle down and have a family, to own a home. And a family doesn't have to be children, don't get me wrong. It could be, you know, having a pet or just having that, you know, partnership that's settled down with a home and, you know, all that type of stuff. Don't think that when I say family, it means you have to have kids if you're child-free, okay? Keep that in mind, please. Yeah, but we have a person who's very invested in the long term, I think, too, in security, home. This person could own their own home, or again, it could be that you'll maybe end up settling down with this person and living with this person actually, or they're going to be invested in such a leap in their relationship. So I would want to say that this is a person who's ready to settle down. So for those of you looking for long-term partnership, this is going to be the partner who wants that, okay? They envision And I think this person's going to share, once you get to know them, they'll really start to share what their long-term vision is. I think this person actually has goals, like kind of like substantial long-term goals as well. Like this is a person who like will tell you like, oh, my dream is one day to have like a lot of real estate as an example, and live off of that or something. Like they have some kind of like long-term steady goals as well. Like, and I feel like this person's also very invested. They might actually be invested in real estate, and this could be a real estate agent, because Moon in the fourth makes a great real estate agent, especially, or the ruler of the 10th and the 4th. You see it a lot with real estate agents. Like, so if someone had like a Cancer 10th house and the moon down in the 4th, or if someone had a Leo 10th house and the sun down in the 4th, good deal for being like a real estate agent. Or the 4th house ruling the 10th could also show that as well. Or 4th house placements in general. So yeah, this person could have a very active 4th house in astrology. Again, I do see a focus on the home, somebody who values their home, their family, as well, and also envisions and is trying to create some sort of stable home themselves. So I think for some of you, this person could be a real estate agent or invested or have long-term real estate goals is what I'm getting. And this is sort of an intuitive message for some of you. I would say that the person is a very passionate kind of individual. Look at that Page of Wands, so joyful, a very joyful image there. So I would say that the person probably is quite a jokester, quite funny, quite imaginative, very beautiful. The Magician actually has quite a nice personality for a person. Usually they're very highly articulate. They enjoy playing with words and phrases, and it kind of gives me Gemini vibes myself for the Magician. This person might be very good at making like impressions of different people, like making like a voice impressions or something like that. It also could be that the career is associated with like teaching, lecturing, or things like that, things that kind of involve the written word or organization, because usually the Magician's quite adept at kind of controlling different things, different aspects. They're very multi-talented as well. So this person also could be kind of multifaceted. They might be able to like really dress up, but also work on a car and get dirty and fix that, and or fix anything. You know what I mean? It's like somebody who's well skilled, especially with the hands, perhaps as well, with the Magician. And usually quite a good helper for other people as well. And a witty, charming personality, kind of fun, joyful, jokester kind of a vibe. And usually it means that the social life is rich and has a lot of different variants to it. Like they're, the type of person who wants to talk to anybody, or can talk to anybody, I guess you mean. That's what I mean. Sorry, I'm like, I'm definitely not the magician with my words. There can be a chatty vibe is what I'm getting, like a kind of chatty personality, likes to meet new people, and easily bored perhaps as well. This person could be a bit restless by nature, like they might fidget quite a bit as well. And never a boring person though. This is not a boring person. It's the type of thing where you can talk until the morning time. You can just talk all night, talk. And there will always be more to say, more to explore. And I think this person, looks at life that way a bit. They're the type, that really sees a lot of things to life, that there's so much to do, see, say, learn, all that kind of stuff. So tell me more about group number 2's next partner. Purification with the Snapdragon. Okay, let's see. Oh, that's funny. Gemini vibes right here. Look at it. It says it's a Gemini symbolism. That's funny because I was picking up that like kind of Gemini energy as well. So that's pretty funny. Okay, so maybe some Gemini and Cancer placements for this person, or Gemini or Cancer. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be exactly as it's shown here, okay? But I do get these qualities showing up quite strongly. And there we got our confirmation that they're Gemini qualities. Snapdragons indicate that you have within you all that you require. Wow, that's like the Magician. They bring your energy to focus your resources and bring your ideas into fruition. Accurate and unbiased observation is called for, so don't hesitate to ask for a little more time. A reversal of roles, fortune, and even outcomes could be coming. Don't be too ruthless or scatter yourself too far. A project that is close to you is in danger of failing. This is kind of interesting because with the Page of Wands and the Magician, this could be a little bit of a more difficult aspect of this person. There is a chance that they're easily distracted, okay? So this person could be kind of like, they want to do it all, and they're like, yes, I will help, and then sometimes maybe they fall through a little bit. Okay, so that might be everyone has shadow qualities or like, you know, negative qualities. I'm a forgetful person myself, actually, so if not good. But that's what I'm getting probably as a more negative quality, that they may be kind of like very promising, and they want to live up to the promise. But I think that sometimes they can fall through with it, like maybe they forget or they just spread themselves too thin or something like that. But they have good intentions, a good heart, you know, an enthusiastic heart towards helping other people. But they may sometimes spread themselves too thin or overpromise themselves. So you might find somebody who's like, you want to go out with them on a, you know, Saturday, and they're like, dang it, I promised that I would take my uncle to so-and-so place, or I would do this, I would go help fix my grandmother's house, or I'm going to go do this. And then they realize that they can't keep the plans. So that might be a shadowy aspect of this person. Not shadowy, but you know what I mean, like the more negative possibility here. Page of Wands as well can show that this person gains like interest in things and then sort of moves on quickly to another thing. So this person might be like a very okay, I'll get into this. This person may also have the quality of like they get into like a topic and they'll study the hell out of it. Like they'll be like the master of that topic. I really get jack of all trades vibes off of this person though, really. Like strong jack of all trades. So this is a person who's probably like, I've done that once, or I've done that twice. Oh yeah, and they can talk about almost anything because they know a little bit of it at least. We have Not For You and Round and Round. And so Not For You is about, this is interesting because this person has a solid foundation in their moral views and in their what they want. And so this is a person who intuitively knows what they want. They know what they're comfortable with. They are comfortable with that. And they are not going to waste their time with people that are not for them or situations that are not for them. I think this person has a very grounded sense of reality and of what they are looking for in life. And they don't just mess around. And I think this also speaks to those qualities of this person being ready to settle down. Like they're looking for the real deal. They are not about to commit to something that doesn't serve their interest, or it's like they're not playing games. Okay, this is a card that's about not playing games. And it's like, we don't need to play games, because it's like then you get stuck in a game you don't want to play. Okay, I almost said that word. Aries Mercury, sorry. And it's like, so yeah, it's like that's kind of the thing I'm getting at. And maybe they swear a lot. I'm not sure. They might have a potty mouth, because I just wanted to say that word. Sorry. No, but yeah. So that's a really good quality, I think, to have. With Round and Round, it may be that they've done that before, and they're like, nah, it doesn't serve me well. And Round and Round, that card, of course, can speak to like how we get stuck in cycles. I would want to say that I think this person's more prone to break cycles. Oh God, what's wrong? My dog is really acting yeah, the way he acts lately is really scaring me. That's why I did that GoFundMe thing, because I'm like scared now. Oh, boo boo, are you okay? He's shaking near me. I don't know if he just wants to, do you want to eat? Is that what you want? Or are you hurting? I don't know. I'm getting worried about him. Okay. So the Round and Round card, the spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. And that's one thing I would say is I think this person's a little bit more masterful. They may have been stuck in patterns. So you may find that this person actually had some bad habits in the past that they'll open up about, that they used to maybe get in like, you know, quick relationships, or they had a, you know, addiction of some kind, or they had some kind of problem. But I would say that they actually are pretty secure and looking towards more security in their life. Okay, so that's the vibe. And they have a lot of good self-control. I think the Magician shows like good self-control. Like even if they have urges, like they know how to like self-control them. Do you know what I mean? Like they're adept at that already. So that's pretty nice. Okay, any other qualities that this person has? Oh, Two of Cups. Oh, that's sweet. So the Two of Cups, of course, shows a very emotionally in tuned person to you. They're somebody who really feels you on a spiritual, emotional level. There's just that vibe there. And I think that they can make anyone that they're with feel like they are there. Like they have a good way of speaking to people. We have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Wands as well. So it's like, it's so funny because actually the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups, fire, water. So not very compatible energies, right? Two of Cups, they can make anyone feel at home with them. They don't care. They could talk like to somebody who's like homeless on the street versus some billionaire, as an example, and they could be comfortable with anyone. Like they literally don't judge or, do you know what I mean? Oh my God, he just threw up. Okay, be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Sorry about the interruption. My dog is sick, and I guess he got sick again. I thought he was doing better today, but he just vomited on the floor. So I cleaned that up. Anyway, but no, this is, yeah, like I said, the type of person where I really feel like they can talk to anyone, they can make anyone feel comfortable. You know, rich or poor, young or old, they just are good at connecting to other people and encouraging and being supportive. I think that this person has a big heart. And like I said, I think the one thing that you could see maybe as a problem is that like they may spread themselves too thin, sometimes trying to help everyone or care. Like this is definitely the type of person who's gonna, you know, donate to a cause or like care, you know, try to stop and help someone. You know what I mean? Like they're the type of person, if they see someone pulled over on the side of the road, they're going to stop and say, hey, do you need any help? That sort of thing. They're not going to pass that type of situation by. They're going to want to help people do something, be proactive. And it's a beautiful quality to have, I think. And this person could have very like motherly qualities as well. You know, male or female, doesn't really matter what, you know, the gender or any of that crap. It's all about that this person has this sort of like outlook where they want to take care of other people, and they could work also in a big organization perhaps as well for some of you. I know I talked about maybe for some of you it'd be a real estate agent. Obviously not every person watching this pile is going to have a real estate agent or somebody who's interested in that, but I do think this person is home oriented, so it's like the type of person who wants to buy a house or something like that. But yeah, so that's what I'm seeing there. Okay, now what about like the circumstances of meeting? Let's try to find that out. So what are the circumstances surrounding group number 2 meeting this person? Okay, we've got Taurus. Okay, Taurus is ruled by Venus. It's associated with the 2nd house, so this could be through family, work, not family. It's more like lineage. Okay, what are the circumstances surrounding their meeting? The Taurus represents a more traditional way of meeting. Okay, we have the Empress. Interesting. Taurus energy as well to me. So Venus, Venusian kind of energy. Ooh, the Sun, the Empress, the 7 of Cups. Well, okay, some of you are going to probably meet someone on like Tinder or something like that, to be honest, or like a dating website. I think that there's probably a decent portion of you, whatever's currently traditional. But especially with the 7 of Cups, this makes me think of like having options, or that somehow there's options involved. So it makes me think of like, I guess Tinder, because isn't it like you go through the screen or something like that and like you can click on the profile. So I think there could be, for some of you, that might literally be how you'll meet this person. Now, of course, some of you will be like, I don't use that crap. And of course, there can be other ways. The other thing too is this person might pick you out of a crowd. I'm getting, because that 7 of Cups reminds me of like looking at a crowd and like seeing a beauty. And so it might be that, and Sun also stands out a lot. So for some of you, it's like this person will be instantly attracted to you. They'll pick you out of a crowd, that sort of thing, or they'll notice you in some fashion. Okay, so I feel like somehow with the first meeting, there's a noticing. Okay, so like group number 1 seemed like it's a situation where maybe they don't even start it as a dating thing. It's sort of like a friendship, or they just talk or something like that, and it develops somewhere else down the line. This feels more like instant like attraction to me. I think that all of you that are watching this, the person will recognize you right away as like a beauty. You know, doesn't matter your, like, again, beauty can be for anybody. But yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. And Taurus, though, can represent like something traditional, like I said. That's why I said family. It can be like legacy, sort of, or like lineage, or the traditions that come through our family as well. And yeah, so because if you think about it, it's opposite the eighth, which can be inheritance, and like anyway, that there's a reason why that is, but not to confuse it with the fourth house in any way, because it's different. But yeah, anyway, that I do get something more traditional. So like I said, maybe if traditional nowadays is dating sites or something like that, it could be that, or internet, or so and so things. Because I think like some of those things are more prominent than they used to be. I think they're more of a common tradition than they used to be. But also it could be like, someone seeing you from across the room and they're like, I need to talk to that person. Because I really get that with that Seven of Cups and the Empress. Like that really feels like to me of like you being like some sort of vision of beauty across the room, and they're like that kind of feeling is what I'm getting. Like I'm almost like seeing a movie picture in my head where it's like the person, just kind of glances up and sees you, and there's a million people, but somehow they zone in on you. That's the vibe I'm getting. And again, you may do the same, but there's something that sticks out here, like sun, and like even the light around her head, it's like you glow or something like that, and they're just instantly attracted. Maybe someone will really have a spotlight on them, literally. I don't know. It could be that for some of you, there's like a literal spotlight involved somehow. But that's the circumstances I see around your meeting. So definitely like an attraction that I'm seeing. Anyway, that is what I'm seeing for those of you that chose group number 2. I hope this reading was fun, informative, interesting. I hope you have a blessed and beautiful day or night wherever you are, and take care. Hello, my friends. If you chose group number 3 here with this Indigo Gabbro bracelet, which will be up on my shelf soon, this is your reading. So beautiful. Actually, this charm, it has a little compass kind of like direction charm. Can you see it? No. There we go. And so maybe that's going to somehow play into this reading. Like a person with purpose. Person with direction. Let's see. We'll see what comes through. So group number 3, their next romantic partner. Oh, the Sun. And the Six of Pentacles. And the Emperor. Oh yeah. So this is a person who walks with purpose. This is a person who has big dreams. I have a good feeling that the person dreams of helping other people in some way. Like they have some kind of long-term goals where they want to give back to people, do things for people, that sort of thing. Of course, the Emperor can show somebody who's very much in a boss energy, because it's somebody who wields power and is very successful, usually wealthy, and can be somebody who has their own like business ambitions as well. So this could be somebody who owns a business, or again has like sort of a strong position in life. Usually very reasonable, logical personality as well. Somebody who kind of thinks twice before they do something. Very strategic type of person as well. Very responsible. Usually fiscally and in general in their life, they're a pretty responsible person. And politics, computer science, armed forces, police work, science, corporate stuff can often be emphasized in terms of career with the Emperor. When the my book, one of my favorite books, terms it does this saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going type of thing, and they say that's a good description of the Emperor, and I would have to agree. Like it's a tough person, somebody who kind of doesn't get brought down very easily. They're pretty confident in themselves, and they will work hard for what they want to achieve in their life. And there's assertiveness with this placement as well with the Emperor, showing the personality of the partner. They're an assertive person. They don't give empty words, or they back it up, And the Six of Pentacles really highlights that. If maybe a more difficult card was next to the Emperor, then I could say maybe empty words. But the Six of Pentacles with the Emperor, that's really showing somebody whose words mean something. They have substance. They say what they mean what they say, and they will back up whatever they say. The last pile had sort of perhaps somebody who could have a hard time living up to their promises as an example, but this is a person who will back that up, like no matter the cost. Like they'll give their last penny just to make sure that they keep their promise, as an example. So very strong personality there, very like a lot of determination, very determined person, and somebody who owns their mind, you know, who defends themselves, their principles, their beliefs. Very strong personality, and could be good at like competition, like in kind of competitive in nature a little bit with the Emperor. And very like kind of like passionate type of person, like I said, very driven and career oriented. With the Six of Pentacles, like I said, I really do feel like, again, this person, you know, they back up their promises with action, and they're also a very giving personality. So one thing, I mean, of course, okay, here's the thing. I have a good feeling that this person may be a gift giver. So like if you're to get in an argument with this person, they will, and some people like this and some people don't, but they're going to be the type of person that would give you something like to make up for it, is what I'm feeling. Like it's the type of person who, it's not like they feel like they can buy their way through things, but they may be more prone to like suck up that way. I guess you could say, if you have an argument, they're gonna be like, okay, I need to buy them flowers now, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. Like they might also show like love and passion through action, through gifts as well. So it might be a gift giving type of personality, or action oriented kind of, I'm gonna do this thing for you, you know, to show my love. Okay. The Sun is a very, very beautiful card because it's a person that is joyful to be around. Usually they bring a lot of light to people, you know, like that song, what is it? You Light Up My Life. And this person could really actually do that for you in some way. I have a good feeling that this person will shine a light on you and on who you want to be. And I think they want to bring out the Emperor in everyone, like the boss in everyone. They're going to push you to your limits, push you to goals, push you towards direction in your life. And it may be that for some of you, this person comes in as a person who will push you in some way, in some direction. So maybe they could be a helper, like they want to help you achieve that goal, whether it's verbally, financially, or whatnot. This is a person that has a powerful sense of their destiny, of their fate. This is a person who knows what they want. They are building an empire of some kind in their life. And like I said, that could be working for someone else. It doesn't have to be that they're a business owner or something like that. But like they, you know, kind of plan long term. And it kind of reminds me of group number 2 in that way a little bit. The fact that this person's like ready to settle down, like they've got that strong, powerful influence of their destiny on them, so they're ready to kind of work for it, get it. You know what I mean? Like they see a goal, they'll achieve it. They want to go to Paris, they're gonna freaking save every penny and go to Paris. Like, do you know what I mean? So you got a very driven personality here with this person, and sometimes the Sun can bring artistic qualities to a person, somebody who channels a lot of great ideas, very inventive ideas, or wants to help people shine. So this might be also somebody who's very passionate in motivating other people to fulfill their dreams in general, not just you, but also other people. It's all about somebody who's following that true path, and as well wants you to also follow your path. So it's not a controlling person. It's a person who's very open-minded. And, you know, I feel like for the two of you, it's like, even if you don't end up working together or doing something together, it's like the person who's really just supportive of your goals and your dreams. And somebody who doesn't like get bitter or jealous or resent other people's success. This is a person, like I said, who's very confident in their own self. So you won't hear them shit talking other people. Generally, they're going to be uplifting in their words towards other people as well. And they wouldn't, so therefore they would never resent you as well. Like, you know what I mean? They're going to be more powerfully connected towards lifting you up, you know? And that's a great quality, actually. And independence of another person is never a threat with like this Sun. So, because they're so confident in themselves. So it's like, you want to be independent. Like if you need breathing room in a relationship, they're going to give you that, like, you know, with ample amount. And they're going to be supportive of that, okay? And there's not like, this is a person's very upfront and open. The Sun shines and it's bright and it's understandable, and you know, its purpose is known. We know what the sun brings us in life, right? On this earth, we know that the sun warms us and it grows things. And so there's that very transparent quality to who this person is. Like, you know what their actions are, you know what they mean, they mean what they say. Like I said, that's really strong here. And again, no manipulation. Like, they're not a manipulative person. They'll straight up honor their real feelings. They'll tell you what they're thinking, and like, they just aren't like a manipulative type of personality, like a very upfront one. Okay, so what kind of sign? I want to take an astrology card here to see maybe sign or planet associated with this person, their personality, something that can kind of tell us more about them. Pisces. Oh, beautiful. So Pisces is, well, this is a very dreamy-like quality, of course, with Pisces. It's very dreamy sign, very romantic and giving. The one thing I can say about Pisces is they're generally very sacrificing. They want to give to other people, and it's kind of like Virgos and Pisces, because they're the opposing signs. They're both very like service oriented, right? And so you often see people who have strong Virgo or Pisces placements giving to other people or doing caring things. Like my therapist actually is a Pisces, and very common placement for a therapist or somebody who's a good listener as well. Somebody who has a very caring, sensitive nature. So I like this because it does give like sort of a deeper look. The Emperor, of course, can be quite like logical and reasonable, right? But I think Pisces shows that this person also has that imaginative side where they can hope and dream and so on and so forth. Oh, that's funny. The Strength card was upright. So perhaps this person, that's kind of funny because Leo quality is kind of coming through as well. Let's see. Tell me more about this person. We have the Devil in reverse. That's very interesting. And the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. Okay. This could show that the person's a bit older or that there's an age gap here in the relationship. Okay. Because we have a King and a Page. I think of the Page as like the thirster of knowledge, somebody who really wants to learn. So I think this is a person who's always eager to learn something new, and they may be like a good reader. As an example, they might like to like take in a lot of information via documentaries or news or things like that. They're like a consumer of information. Okay, so they like to build that up and be well knowledgeable. The Devil in reverse with the King of Swords, I have a good feeling that this person's very disciplined. This isn't a person who's very indulgent, okay? I would say that this person probably can have a strict diet as an example, or strict influences on themselves. Like I had a friend who decided that like he's not gonna partake in any like of the adult industry anymore. Like he kind of had a thing with it, and then he decided to kind of cut it clean. And he also cut out like video games and stuff like that. You might find that this person has a more disciplined approach to life like that. Like they may, not he necessarily, it could be he or she, they may be more prone to do such things like abstinence or restricting themselves, because they might realize that they have tendencies towards overindulgence. So I think this is a person that's already mastered a lot of the overindulgences. So it may have been a person who had like a food addiction as an example when they were younger, and now they're much more stricter, but not in an unhealthy way. I think that they have learned how to control urges in a healthy way that were destructive to them. Even if it was like obsession or any sort of like negative quality, it's like they have found ways to master it. So it could have been that they've quit smoking or quit smoking weed, or you know what I mean, doing things that were maybe detrimental to them. I'm not saying that smoking weed's detrimental. Don't get me wrong, for those of you that are like 420 people. So don't get me wrong, but like if it were like overtaking their life, you know, there's moderation in everything, and I think this person believes in moderation in everything. So you're not going to get like those extreme, you know, like hedonistic types or whatever. It's not going to be that type of person. Okay, so we have breathe. And to be fair, yeah, again, to be fair, coming out, showing a very like fair type of personality, somebody who judges things with wisdom and like, you know, thinks twice. This is also a person, I think, who doesn't have explosive reactions. Okay, so they're not going to explode on you. They're not going to be like verbally violent. They think twice before they speak. Maybe in the past they had problems with that as well, like maybe where they would say shit that they didn't mean, or things could come out of their mouth that was like you know, immature or something like that, and they could I think they need a breathing time before they're going to say anything as well, so it's something to keep in mind personality wise. But breathe, they could be into meditation, but I think breathe is kind of like taking rest from things, so they may be on elimination diets, or they eliminate certain things, like they take breaks from things. They know when something's getting too much for them, or they're getting too involved in it. That's like such a strong thing coming through for me. I'm sorry if I'm repetitive, but I just really get that vibe off of this particular group. Okay, so tell me more about the person. We've got, oh, broccoli, leadership. Again, leadership positions really are strong here. And we have Gemini energy there. So good communicator, certainly. And a well educated person. So it's time to take initiative and step up. Even if this means throwing your hat into many rings, do not turn down opportunities that even have an inkling of promise, as there is something circling at the moment that has a lot of potential. Good luck, growth, health improvements, and physical gains are all on offer, as are moments of passion. Be careful to ensure you delegate as needed and that you speak up for yourself. This is interesting because it talks about health improvements. And I'm kind of picking up that some of you, like for some of you, this person will be kind of health oriented. Like some of that devil stuff was actually probably something like to do with that was damaging their health in some way, whether it was like mental, emotional, or physical. But yeah, but we do have that leadership quality. Oh, we also have Libra quality here too. So we have Libra and Gemini showing up here in this card. So air qualities. So I think that there's a good chance that the person has some strong air in their chart, possibly. And that's funny because Libra reminds me a lot of this card, you know, justice and sort of like balanced thinking and stuff like that. So I think that they consider every side as well. So they're not the type of person, like, although they're confident in themselves and their thoughts and they have like a strong sense of purpose, I don't think that they are immune to other people's purpose, or, you know, like block that off and don't take anything into consideration. I think that they will always, like, anything that you say to them soaks in them. Like they take it in, like kind of like it soaks in, and then eventually they'll, you know, kind of adapt or something like that is what I'm getting. Okay, so let's see. What would be the circumstances around your meeting? Okay, we're going to look at that. And like I said, this is a general reading, so I'm not like going to probably give too many specifics. I'll try to give a general energy because I don't like think it's fair to like make a story for just like too many people, because it's not going to be the same for everyone. But I will try to give you the best sense possible. Okay, so how might group number 3 meet this person? Oh, the sun. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I can tell you that the circumstances around you meeting this person are going to be extremely happy and joyful. So we're getting a very sorry, I'm checking my dog out. I'm worried about him. Some of you might see my GoFundMe, like if you in the comments below if you want to donate. But my dog's sick. He actually threw up in the last reading, but now he's okay. I took him outside, but he's really not feeling well. Okay. So you guys got worried because he started to move around a little bit. Okay. So circumstances around meeting. 8 of Pentacles. So, okay, we've got the Sun, we've got the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups, 2 of the happiest cards. So, okay, first of all, Jeez Louise, I'm like not the best speaker today. I think I'm nervous a little bit about my dog, and so I'm like frazzled in my brain a little bit. But I wanted to do this reading, and I feel good to be here. It's not that. I guess I'm just silly today. But the Sun, of course, is associated with the 5th house of Leo. So, of course, this can be like hobbies and fun, excitement, parties, get-togethers, social gatherings. Like, so I could totally see like you meeting this person at like a social gathering. Okay, for some of you it might be a work gathering. I think specifically, so it could be like a work party or a work situation. But like something celebratory. So it could be like a banquet or a ball, or I don't know, a Christmas party, or something like that for some of you. I think that's like going to be for a portion of you. For the other portion of you though, I think for all of you, you're going to look back at meeting this person and it's going to be one of the happier days. You know what I mean? Like something about this, whatever's happening, is very happy. So I don't know if like it's going to be like the happiest day of your life, or it's just going to really shine to you in some way, like it's like a good memory. Like, so something about the event or the time frame will be a very good like event or a good memory, or something that's memorable, something that you'll always remember about the circumstances. And that's the biggest thing that I'm picking up here, is that there's something bright about it. It's kind of like when I think about like when I met my husband. I mean, we talked online before we met, but like the day that we met in person was like, you know, one of the happiest memories of my life. You know, it was so exciting, you know, to meet the guy I was talking to online. You know, it was like a super exciting time, and I just think back to that time and, you know, have warm feelings. And I remember like the first time we held hands, and like how I grabbed his hand because I'm an Aries Venus, and I was like, and he's a Pisces Venus, so I was like, I'm taking charge here. And just, you know what I mean, like there's something, it feels like that kind of feeling. It reminds me of when I met my husband. Like it was just a bright memory. And so maybe for some of you you'll marry this person. I can't promise it for everyone, but I think that the circumstances around your meeting would be very happy, like very nice, very joyful, warm day. Like I think it'll be warm, actually, probably like warm, or just it feels good. Like it feels good, and that's the biggest thing I'm getting here. For some of you, like I said, it could be at a party or an event, or maybe you already know each other. Maybe so for some of you already know this person, and like meeting them would be like something very special. Do you know what I mean? Kind of like my situation, you know. And for others of you, it could be like a work party or something like that too. But joyful things around it. And also hobbies as well. The sun, of course, can represent like our hobbies, our purpose, like what we're wanting to do, you know, with the association with Leo in the 5th house. So it could be that, you know, that type of thing. Also dating, of course, is ruled through the 5th house. So our dating partners and stuff like that. So it could be something traditional with dating for some of you as well. So yeah, quite broad, but like the biggest takeaway I would say for all of you is going to be that this is going to be very happy, like essentially, like very, very happy. So I can't emphasize that enough. But anyways, I wish you all the very, very best. I hope you have a beautiful, blessed day wherever you are. Personal readings are all on Etsy. Don't fall for scammers on Instagram. They're everywhere, and they just keep popping up. So yeah, lots of love to you guys. Bye-bye. Hello, my friends. So you've chosen group number 4, deck number 4, with this tiger's eye bracelet. Like I said, all the bracelets will be on my Etsy store, and if you buy them, they're all going to my dog's surgery. So he's sick. So if I get a little bit distracted during the reading, I'm sorry. Like he threw up on group number 2, so I had to like go help him, and he's just not feeling very well, and it's getting me a little bit nervous. But I really want to do the reading, and because I haven't done one in a while, and I'm excited to do it. He's just laying here by me, so he's okay for now. So let's see, your future partner, your next partner. Okay, so next one, that's our emphasis. Let's go ahead and see, what kind of person are they? Let's see what I pick up. Group number 4. Oops. Uh-oh. I dropped one. Oh my god, there we go. Oh, I almost pulled a muscle in my stomach trying to reach for that. Okay, let's get some an astrology card to see maybe some qualities there. It's interesting we have 2 9s, so this person could have like a life path 9, I wonder, or something like that. We have Capricorn energy coming through, which is interesting because we have that 2 of Pentacles up there. So Capricorn energy, of course, is, you know, I think the stereotype is boss energy, which it is. They can be quite bossy, quite leadership oriented. I love Capricorns, even though I'm all Aries and we have that square. I'm used to it because I've had so many Caps in my life. I'm just like, used to it, I guess. It's just, I've adapted. And also I have a Taurus Mars, so I don't get too pissed off because, you know, I've got compatible Mars with that energy. But anyway, I think Capricorns are amazing. They usually have a really good work drive, very driven type of people. Success can be very important here for this person. They might be a successful person. Leadership qualities, again, come out with the Capricorn. So, yeah. We've got the Nine of Wands and the Two of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. Like I said, 9 are, you know, we're seeing 9s here. 9 of Wands, 9 of Cups. I want to say this person fights for their happiness. I think this person enjoys having a good time. So they're not like stuffy, okay? So that's a good thing. They're not a stuffy person. They're very responsible in nature. I think this person probably juggles a lot. They could be a twin themselves, actually, because the Two of Pentacles shows twins. So for some of you, they could be a twin. I wouldn't say that's for all. You may feel like this person is your twin flame or something like that too, or that you guys are very similar, okay? I'm not a twin flame person, but I'm just saying, it might be the type of thing where you're like, man, are they my twin flame? Sometimes the Nine of Wands can talk about so much potential, and it can be that sometimes there's a bit of uncertainty with this card where one isn't sure of all of their potential. So it could be that you're coming in there to help them understand their potential a little bit more, to be honest. It's funny because one of the other groups, it felt very much like the other person was bringing potential to the other person. But this feels more like the opposite. I'm feeling like a lot of you are going to be able to really open this person's eyes to their own potential. It might be that this person has wonderful ideas and really strong skills. They just need an encouragement. Like maybe they haven't had a lot of encouragement in their life, or something like that. It can talk about somebody who gets full of doubt or could be uncertain about what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like outer confidence that masks inner insecurities, you know what I mean? And yeah, this person probably does mask a lot of inner insecurities. You know, I know that sometimes people might comment on that and they'll be like, well, I don't want anyone who needs to work on themselves. But I think that it's not so much that this person is a bad person or that they're toxic or anything like that. Because sometimes those qualities can make people toxic. But are you toxic? I'm sure you have plenty of insecurities. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I see people comment on that in the comments and I'm just like, maybe they're not ready for a relationship if they can't take anybody with a flaw. Do you know what I mean? I don't think this person's full of them. I think that they might have some doubts or insecurities about their own potential and that you could somehow help them. And I'm not saying that you'll have to carry them all the way. I think they just need like some kind words, some encouragement, and they'll be, you know, full of potential. I think this person is a good hard worker. I feel like this person as well, like I said, has happy qualities. The Nine of Cups is a beautiful card. It's about, you know, there can be like a little bit of an indulgence. I think this person tries to cheer up other people if they're feeling quite sad. I think that they try to put on a peaceful persona. That's the thing though. I feel like this person, they may also be very giving to the fact, like to the point where sometimes they're not doing things for themselves, but they're doing it for other people, is the vibe I'm getting as well. Like if they see somebody's feeling down, they're going to want to fill their cup, is what I'm getting. Like, you know, they'll want to cheer them up, do what they can to kind of help. They're very loving personality, very kind, very giving. I see that Ace of Cups there. I want to say this person has a lot of love to give as well. And I think all they need is that, I see the water flowing through the hands, and it's like, I feel like this person just needs a little water, like a little emotion towards them, and they will blossom into a much like stronger person, is what I'm feeling. And I feel like in some way you'll probably be the person who does it. And maybe that you have this, some of you actually might be listening to this and thinking, that's me. And you're going to meet somebody that's like you. And yeah, that's the feeling I get. Yeah. Because I get that sometimes in the comments too. I'll be like, oh, it sounds like me that you're reading about. And I think some of you are going to say that on this one. Out of all the piles, this is going to be the one where people are going to be more likely to say that. And yeah. Nine of Cups and the Five of Cups, on the worst side of things, I could see somebody who maybe does mask pain with like some sort of indulgence. So they might like get depressed and play video games a lot, or read a book, or do whatever makes them kind of happy individually, to kind of like ignore problems. Okay, so I will say that they might have like coping methods. We have Strength here. I see. So we have time for a nap and breathe. We're definitely getting somebody who maybe sleeps more than others. Okay, those two cards want to come out. Okay, I'm sorry. I normally don't take this many oracle cards, but they came out again. I was like, that's too many. But then they just flipped out again on the floor. This person can't handle big groups, okay? I don't think this is the type of thing where this person likes huge crowds. Like they would need a break from that. If you're like going to like a crowded place, they might be like the type who's like, okay, I don't want to go out for a few days. I can't handle any more people. Or do you know what I mean? Like it's not to say that they wouldn't go out, but they might avoid crowded venues or like really big crowds, or they might get really overwhelmed by that kind of energy and they need a break. Okay? Definitely getting that here. Okay? I feel like this person's probably gonna be taller than you as well. That's just like another little intuitive message I'm getting. And let's look at the Fennel card. So that's number 19. And it says here, you will find a greater strength and positive grounding energy coming forth, and even an invitation to undertake a new life path. Friendships are highlighted by Fennel, and you may find you are spending additional time with those you align closely with. Situations in which sharing is high on the agenda will occur, and you're being prompted to share or teach what you know. Be careful not to work too hard or to become unnecessarily reclusive. Huh. Okay, so yeah, we're getting maybe a reclusive kind of personality here, guys. This person may be kind of quieter. Like, and in fact, I'm almost wondering if this person has spent a lot of time alone. Actually, lately. I'm thinking that this person hasn't been with anyone in a long time or ever. Okay? I don't know how you're going to feel about that, but that's what I'm feeling. And that's, wow, I can't believe that card came out talking about somebody who's spent more time alone, like, or reclusive, has a danger of being reclusive, because this person could be like that. They may get too much focused on their own things that they just kind of shut everything else out as well. Sometimes this person might hesitate to make decisions, just saying. I know that, again, they want to make wise decisions, I think, so they'll have to think on them before they make them. Like, they're not impulsive. We're not getting, like, some of the other groups, like Page of Wand energy, very, like, impulsive kind of personality. Not this person. They're not impulsive, actually, at all. I really don't feel it. And friendships are highlighted by Fennel. And you may find that you're spending additional time with those you align closely with. And again, I think this is probably a person of few friends. Like, they're more one-on-one people as well. Like, they do better one-on-one than they do in big groups or big settings or busy settings as well. They might like quiet time and, you know, just chilling quietly. So, yeah. And a friendship being highlighted here. It could be that you begin this relationship as a friendship, but we'll ask actually the circumstances of you meeting and stuff like that, and we might get a vibe there, okay, to kind of see how true that will be for most of you. But situations in which sharing is high on the agenda will occur. And yeah, so I would say that this person's not like, when they're reclusive, it's not because they don't like people. They're a very giving person. And even for the tribe, it's like the people that they have around them, they're very protective. But they have their tribe, okay? So this is a person who has their people, their circle, and they don't, they're not like the one who's out there meeting everybody, talking to everybody. I'm not saying that they're not friendly or anything like that, but they just kind of take care of their own. They kind of have their little wall, and yeah, so we're getting this kind of personality. Again, not bad. I know many people like that are friendly, but they've got their own little kind of inner circle, and they're kind of reclusive or quiet, and that's a valid personality. But yeah, that's the kind of thing. And I do feel like I said, that this connection, I'm actually going to ask a little bit of a different question for you guys. I didn't do this with the other groups, but I feel like for this one I will. I want to ask, like, what is I guess I want to know more about your guys' relationship, okay, with group number 4. Because I want to get a confirmation, I think, for something. There's a lot here about, oh wow, there's the High Priestess. So we've got the Queen of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the High Priestess. So we have a very growth-induced relationship. I think that you're going to be very inspirational to this person in some way. I think that you're going to impact them very much, like their inner self, a lot. This could be, of course, the High Priestess can mark a more secretive relationship, okay, quieter, like maybe it starts quietly. Especially like if you know this person as like a friend, as an example, it could be that you kind of like don't tell everybody right away that you're together, or something like that. This High Priestess also represents a relationship that blossoms as time goes by, you know? There's a shared intuition here as well, like where you can kind of read each other's thoughts. There's a very spiritually, emotionally, physically sort of intuitive connection. And in fact, actually, it can mean that like when it talks about a relationship, it could talk about like how making love, as an example, is an expression, like a feeling, okay? Sort of like merging, as an example. And this can also be about sharing one's inner dreams, secrets, and really just being sensitive to each other's needs, having that sort of super interested like kind of vibe. This also can show like a mutual interest in the paranormal, new age subjects, spirituality as well. By the way, there could be some opposition to this relationship in some way with the Five of Wands. It's almost like, and I have to wonder if maybe at first there could be some worries about opposition. You know, like for instance, if it was a same-sex relationship or something, maybe they're worried someone's family might be judgmental, or what would people think, or something like that. Not saying that for everybody, but that's like, there could be some sort of tension around how this forms, or maybe a worry about like outside influences or something like that, or what people might think, or something like that. Or again, yeah. But I do see very like supportive energy here. And let me see, what would be the circumstances around meeting for group number 4, this next partner? Pluto, yeah. Let's see. Some of you could meet this person in some sort of community. There's something about not seeing this person. I'm wondering if you'll meet online or something, or it could be like a secret society even. That sounds ridiculous. That's probably not like for one of you. Maybe one. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Okay. 10 of Pentacles can show like an established location, like a community or work, or a family or something like that. Like it could be an online group, as an example, with a mutual interest. For some of you, you guys could have a mutual interest. 7 of Wands and the 8 of Swords, though. And Pluto. Pluto can be quite secretive, quite hidden, quite intense. You guys could have you know, one thing I want to say for a good portion of you is that you may meet this I don't think you'll meet this person and see like love in your eyes, okay? Like it's not going to be hearts in your eyes. I'm not saying that you won't like this person at first, but that might even be the case for some of you. You might be like, I don't even know if I like this person, you know, or something like that. The other thing I want to say is that for some of you, I don't think you're meant to know how you'll meet this person, because you might obsess over it too much and then worry about it, and then you could kind of not jinx it, but like overthink it, and like that type of situation. So for some of you, you don't need to know this information, because you'll just worry about it too much, or it could like change your actions or something. You know what I mean? Like some people, especially if they're anxious, they can be like the person who'd be like, I could be like, oh, you're going to meet like somebody tomorrow. And they're like, am I ready to meet that person? I don't think I'm going to go. You know what I mean? And that kind of thing. So like, I feel like there's a good portion of you that don't need to know. It's kind of secretive. It's kind of hidden. It's supposed to be that way. Okay. But for others of you, it could be through like some sort of online group, or like online interest, or like some sort of interest that brings you together. Maybe it's a work situation where you don't like this person at first. These are the scenarios I'm getting. Okay. So like I said, I can't pick one scenario for all of you. That's just not like realistic or fair. But I'm trying to give you a vibe, at least, so that you kind of have an idea of what it might mean. But I wish you all the very, very best. Take care of yourselves. Lots of love to you guys. If you want a personal reading, those are on Etsy. And I have a sale on my astrology readings until the end of the month. And for those of you that do want to donate to Umka Surgery, I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And take care and have a blessed day or night, wherever you are. Bye-bye.